Alright, so this is my Motorola 10 VK12 television that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $75. And I'm thinking of hopefully fixing this thing back up so that it works as intended. Little 1950s television. Now there are a few problems with it. For one, the veneer. I don't even know what happened to this. It's just seems like it's been like bleached or something by the previous owner. And this up here is one of the two antennas that are built into this set, which is a unique feature about this set of televisions by Motorola. As for these antennas, since analog broadcasting was discontinued in 2009, I think I might just take them off and I might just either display them or probably sell them. You could probably still pick up a few radio signals here and there. If we go around back, I need to get a flashlight. Let's see back here, it is very dusty. We do have most of the vacuum tubes, but quite a few of them are missing. There's a little tube diagram over here, and the last person who fixed this or something marked down which ones were missing. And there's a little tag here, a little service tag here. Radio, television repair, RCA, George's Radio and Television Service, Carlisle 26301, Inkster, Michigan. May 22nd, 1954. There's a few markings on the back. I can't really make them out. The 6S and 7. I think that's one of the tubes here. That's yeah, those two tubes right here. So this one and the one behind it. Those are two RCA tubes there. Oh, that one's an RCA. This one here, close to us, is a General Electric. So yeah, there are a few tubes missing, but I am mainly concerned about this 10BP4 cathode ray tube. As you can see, some of the aquadag, which is the conductive paint coating around it, is like peeling away in some places. That tear on top is where the fragile sticker used to be on this glass bulb. Over there on the side, that is where the that's where the anode was. You can see it off to the side there. But yeah, the thing about old sets like these and cathode ray tubes is that they can act as giant batteries and give you like 10,000 volts shocks. So the thing you want to do is you want to take like a wire or jumper cable, and you want to connect one end to the chassis. Well, what I did was you can see here, that's where one of those screws used to be, so I just like clamped the alligator cable like right there like that. And then you want the other end on a screwdriver, and then you want to like shimmy underneath the rubber cap on the anode and touch it so that it makes contact, and that should discharge any surplus electricity stored within the cathode ray tube, which kind of acts like a big capacitor. But yeah, I'm quite concerned about the tube. I'm quite concerned if it still works. I'll need to get a CRT tester for it. This right now is just a sort of like simple diagnosis with this machine. As you can see, there might be that there. That's the socket. That's the power plug. I don't think that's doing too well there. Let's see if we can get a different angle. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this cabinet itself has a bit of wear. Like up there, yeah, that's what used to be a wasp nest. Thankfully they're all dead, I hope. Down here, there's I don't think you can see it too well on camera, but let me see, like, if you can like move the light around. There's like a bunch of like spider webs down here, and the bottom antenna is like sort of falling out. It's stapled here onto the sides, but on the left side, it came loose during transport. Down here is this big it's a magnetically coiled speaker. Yeah, you can see. There you go. You can see the extent of all the spider webs here. And underneath here is all the interesting parts of the television. There is a vacuum tube up there, if you can see that. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's a 1B3, I think. Yeah. But there's all these old capacitors and resistors, and I think most of them are probably going to have to be replaced. Thing is, I don't want to power this up until I know completely sure it will work. So, replace all the capacitors and such, replace all the vacuum tubes maybe. These two over here concern me, because like, look at that. On the inside, you can see like some of the parts, those look like powdery white. And that's a sign that the vacuum tubes are no longer a vacuum. So these two here in the front, back, these two concern me a lot. So I'll probably need a tube tester or something. Same thing goes for here. This is an RCA 10BP4, as I've stated before. But yeah, I'll need to check these, see if they still work. I really hope that the CRT is still intact, because if not, I'll have to pay like $250 for a replacement one of these, because they're, well, no longer made, obviously. But yeah, and as you can definitely see, this whole thing's covered in a bunch of dust. I'm gonna have to like vacuum this set. Oh, there's a little UHF adapter. As you may notice, back here are all of the what do you say, the like the fine tuning, like all these like little knobs and such. Well, those two have knobs. These are the ones that are missing the plastic knobs. These are what adjust the picture on the screen. But yeah, right now this is just a sort of simple diagnosis before I can get the parts and such, before I can get into some like deep testing. So that's the simple diagnosis so far. Aquadax coming off over there. Need to check these parts if they still work. Those big capacitors over there, those three, they're 2 metal, 1 paper. Those will most likely need to be replaced. You check them with a multimeter. But yeah. Oh yeah, right, and also over here is the back panel to it. You can see here, Motorola 10VK12. That's pretty interesting.